Hi everybody, welcome back to another balloon tutorial. Today we're going to be twisting this little pirate duck. So you can see it's pretty easy. In this version here, I did, like if you're going to wear it like a bracelet, it's a really cool idea. And, a lot of inspiration out there. So there you go, right there. Alrighty? And so the other thing I'm going to do too is I will adjust it as well if you don't want to do this part right here, so you can add the feet in there later if you want instead. Okay, some people don't care about making bracelets or wristbands, and so we'll go over how to add the feet, and it'll be very easy to do. So let's go over the balloons that I use. I'm going to be using normally for that version you saw there is 3 balloons. We have our orange, white, and blue. And let's look at the tails there real quick. A lot left on the blue. The orange is about a hand scrape. I'm not even going to use it all. And same thing for the white balloon. I'm going to try to go all the way to the end of this one and not have to break off any. So it doesn't always work out as planned, but I've twisted this already a few times, and I can get pretty close as far as my measurements go. And let me show you an alternative that you can do as well if you don't want to do that kind. Let me go in down here. I'm not going to be twisting this one today, but just show you. There you go. Here's this one as well. Okay, so there's another alternative. Got a little cloudy when I was playing with this one. I didn't get to filming right away. So anyway, hey, if this is your first time here, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. For everybody else, welcome back. So let's go ahead and get started with twisting. So what I do is I bring the sound down, and I'll do voiceover that way, okay? And one last thing, June 22nd, it's just a couple of weeks away. The Q Tour will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, so check us out. It's a fun time. We'll have Dennis Scott and Derek Wong there doing some fabulous instructing, really teaching some fun stuff, and then after that we're going to hang out and we're going to jam, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. So anyway, I hope to see you there. Let's go ahead and let's start twisting. What do you say, huh? Let's go. So the inspiration for this came from a toy that my daughter had, actually. And then I feel like I saw a pirate duck someplace else. But anyway, yeah, always be looking for inspiration. So we're starting with our blue here. I did a 1-inch bubble followed by a pinch twist right after it. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready to create the white. The area that I'm going to be using for later. I'm going to be drawing the skull on this, but I just created 2 pinch twists there. You saw what I did. I pulled that nozzle right between them to split them. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that in just a moment. So I'm going to do another pinch off another 1-inch segment there, followed by a loop, and it's about 3 fingers wide there for that loop, just so you know. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist that into the 2 pinch twists there. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm grabbing it on the back side there, and I'm just twisting those around the other, one around the other, and I'm going to just pull that loop that I had created. I'm just pull it through there, and you see I wrapped the blue balloon underneath the white balloon there, so that way we got the 2 edges of the hat. There we go. So we got another 1-inch bubble followed by a pinch twist, and we finish with 1 more bubble. Okay, and that'll bring our hat to an end. So I'll go ahead and break that off. And one thing, like always, I always forget one thing or the other. This time I misplaced my cutter, of course. That's exactly what I do, misplace my things. All right, so that's pretty much ready to go. So we got 2 things out of that. So we got that little skull area for the hat, and then we got the hat to sit on top of there too. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a 1-inch pinch twist followed by a 2-finger bubble there, 2 to 3 fingers. And then we're going to do 2 3-finger loops. See, they're about 3 fingers wide. And then we're going to do another one that's 4 fingers. Okay, so those loops there are going to be for like the cheek area. Alrighty, and then we have our biggest loop of the 3 and 4. And that's how you'll be able to tell them apart. And we don't need the rest of that. So now what we're going to do is, if you've seen somebody do this before, I didn't see anybody do this before, but I'm sure it's been done. I'm just rolling that segment, not the pinch twist, but that segment, that 2 to 3 finger area. I'm just rolling it in between the 4-finger loop. You see that, and what it does, it creates that pinch twist that's left over creates a like a lower lip for the duck. So hopefully when you're doing that and you're playing around with it, that makes sense to you, you know. And of course, you know, when you're watching this, you know, it doesn't hurt to go back and watch it again. So you see I just twisted a segment for the eyes, which is about 2 to 3 fingers, and I twisted into those bubbles there, okay? And I just went down, did another 3 fingers for the neck, did a pinch twist, and now I'm gonna work on the body. There we go. So that's about 8 fingers there. There we go. And then we're gonna do another pinch twist. Yeah, see, 8 fingers. I tried to show 4 and 4, and sometimes that doesn't always translate. So anyway, so then we're just gonna come back and match to that pinch twist. Alrighty. And so this is also the part that I was talking about, that if you want to wear it like a wristband, as you can see right here, you could definitely leave this gap open, okay? And that works out just fine. But if you don't, you just do what I'm doing right now and you shorten that segment. There we go. And then we're done. And so the last thing you would do at this point is you would just create the loop, and that's going to be on the end where it is right now, and that's going to just simulate the tail feathers, and then we would be done. And I would say that's probably also about 3 to 4 fingers, that loop on the back there, just so you know. I don't think I measured at the end. I wish I knew or remembered whether or not I did, but I don't think I measured it for you. But just so you know, it's about 3 to 4 fingers wide there for that. Okay, so that pretty much brings the twisting. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. I was gonna say the twisting's done, but it's not, because we're gonna go ahead and add the feet. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that you see the option without the feet, and then also with the feet. And so I'm just taking my other orange there, and I'm gonna do a loop, a pinch twist, and another loop. There we go. And it looks like we're good to go. So now all I'm gonna do is just pull it right through that area, and let's see what size on those. 3 fingers. There you go. 3 to 4. Alrighty. So when you're around, you know, about when you're measuring, you know, if you're pretty consistent for, you know, as far as, you know, how you measure balloons, your designs, you know, for the most part are going to be pretty consistent and look good. So keep that in mind when you do it. Alrighty. So I just pulled that balloon right through there, and you notice, and I came right back down to those loops, and I'm just wrapping around the excess now. Alrighty, there we go. Now we made it to the end. Feel pretty good about this. Alrighty, well, hey, that brings it to an end. Stick around. We'll do a little bit of artwork, minimal artwork on this one. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Alright, so we made it to the end of the twisting. So you can see, like I said, as I was saying in the video, yeah, you could definitely shorten this part right here, make it smaller, so there's not as a big loop there. So that way you can wear it if you want to, or you make that smaller and then you can add the legs in there. So you can see it's pretty easy. Let's go over the artwork really quick. You know, one thing that this one didn't have, this one down here had, was the little skull right there. So let's go ahead and add that too, okay? Let me go ahead and get a little closer here for you so you can see. The eyes, I'm gonna keep them real simple this time. We won't go, you know, out of control with them. So we're just gonna do two ovals. Okay. There we go, and then we'll add his little, okay, so there we go. So you can see his eyes, real basic. And you could do like this one here, you can check this one out. Those eyes are actually a little bit different as well. Okay, and then let me show you the other one. It was here, and that is, look at those eyes, even now they're, the pupils have gotten smaller, but then you have the whole eye drawn there too. Okay, so a lot of options there, and we're gonna do that little skull right there that's on that one. Okay, gonna follow that same skull. I think it looks pretty cool. So the way we're gonna do that is we'll start with the bottom of it. Okay, there's the bottom of the skull. Let me go ahead and show it right there. There we go. Okay, and so we're not gonna do a perfect. We're not gonna do a circle on top of that. We're going to go out a little bit, okay, and now we're going to round it off a little bit, so it's, there you go, so it has more of a skull shape. See, so it's not a perfect circle on top. So there's some distortion to it. And then we'll do the little hash marks for the teeth down below. Oops, let me hold that right there so you can see. Okay. And then we have our eyes that are going to be two ovals that are slightly tilted in like that, as you can see. Okay. They almost like aim towards each other a little bit, like they're kind of pointing towards at the top. Alrighty. And then we'll do the same thing for our nose. So you can see, there you go. Pretty easy. Let me study that just for a second. Okay. You could always pause it, you know, if you really need to see it like longer. No big deal. But there they are. There's our ducks. You can see, ta-da, quack, quack, quack. And of course, for the top here, you could definitely do black for that. But you know, there's something about this, the blue, like kind of like Captain Crunch. Kind of, you know, keeps it nice and light and easy. So, you know, if you haven't taken time to subscribe to the page, you can do so. That way you just get notified when I put something up. I think now somebody was telling me that there's a little bell that you can click on that'll also notify you as well. So you'll find out. So that way you don't have to go like hunting down to see how many of your subscribed people that you've subscribed to actually put something up. So that's one way to be notified. And then if you like it, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And then comment below and say, hey man, I really like what you're doing. You know, this helped me out. That way, you know, like I said, that kind of feedback helps me kind of, you know, just make sure that I keep putting stuff out. So anyway, one more time before I finish up here. June 22nd, Charlotte, North Carolina. The Q Tour. Like I said, I'll be the jam host there. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys out there. And again, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I just love doing this and sharing and hanging out with you guys. So until next time, happy twisted.